Welcome everybody to a special edition of Yuukis LA Sports Talk, LA Kings edition. Tonight, we're going to break down the remaining schedule for the Kings for this year, and we're also breaking down tomorrow's matchup against the Florida Panthers. It's going to be a very interesting matchup tomorrow as the Kings look to try to rebound after two straight losses at home. Let's go over our opponent for tomorrow. Tomorrow's opponent is the Florida Panthers, who will come into Los Angeles having 2-0 after beating the Chicago Blackhawks and the San Jose Sharks. They are currently on a road trip, which includes the San Jose Sharks, the Los Angeles Kings, and the Anaheim Ducks. Coming into tomorrow's game, they are 2-0, beating both Chicago and San Jose, scoring 9 goals total with an average of 4.5 and shots on goal of 62. Their overall record is 10-4-1, which equals to 21 points. For your Los Angeles Kings, we are 0-1-1 with an overtime loss to the Pittsburgh Penguins and a direct loss to the Philadelphia Flyers in our last game. They scored 5 goals and their average is 2.5 with 73 shots on goal, with their overall record of 8-3 with 19 points. So these two teams, Florida and LA, are very neck and neck in terms of the points race. Now, I apologize. I did not mean to say 3-3. That is incorrect. 8-3. Now, let's take a look at the team standings and their upcoming games. For a little bit here, Florida Panthers are second in the Atlantic Division, with Boston leading the Atlantic. Boston is ahead of Florida by 5 points, and Florida has an interesting stretch of games coming up for their side. Florida has to play Anaheim on Friday, which is after LA. Then on Monday, they play Edmonton Oilers, and they play their leaders in the division as of right now, Boston Bruins, on Wednesday of next week, followed by a game on TNT with Winnipeg Jets. I think for Florida, these are winnable. These are winnable for them too. For our Kings, we are currently third in the Pacific, and we are behind Las Vegas Golden Knights, who are first place, by 6 points. And the following games are coming up for the Kings, along with the Panthers game tomorrow. On Saturday, we have the KCAL game with St. Louis Blues. On Monday of next week, we have Arizona Coyotes. Then we have to go to Anaheim to take on the Ducks on Friday. Another Monday-Friday splitter. So we're going to have to break down a Lakers game within that time period. And then we come home on the 25th of November. We play the Canadians. So those are the next games for the Kings in terms of the stand. And we know from the Kings so far that the Kings have been so well away from home that I think they're going to have some chances to win in Arizona and Anaheim. Do I believe they will win tomorrow? Sure, but it's going to be a wild one because they have not been good at home. They've been 1-3 at home. 1 win, 3 losses, and 3 overtimes losses at home. And it's been rough. But then, if you go with the road record, they're all of a sudden different. They're 7-0. The only reason why the Kings are not even in last place is because they've been winning away from home. And San Jose sucks. They only got their 3rd win, I think, a few days ago. Congratulations. Now, let's go over the remaining games besides those, because there's a few more games that we need to talk about. So here is the remaining Kings schedule in November. So obviously 4 at home and 2 more away. And actually, those two away games are actually this coming up. So it will be Florida tomorrow, St. Louis on Saturday on KCAL, Canadians when we come back home on that Friday on November 25th. Then we end the month with Washington Capitals. The away games are going to be next week. The one with Arizona and the one with Anaheim. So we're gonna finish our road trip for the month of November next week. So I have the teams remaining have 7 to 9 wins at the time of this breakdown, meaning tonight a few of them are gonna play. So by the time this recording goes up, this might change before the end of the night. But teams so far with this remaining games have 7 to 9 wins. And we have to remember that Anaheim is in our division. Arizona and St. Louis are big games because they're in our conference. Okay, we're third place right now in the Pacific Conference. Third place in the Pacific Division. And I believe third or fourth place in the conference. Dallas, I believe, has third place in the conference. Speaking of November, with November almost over in terms of the games, I have predicted 3-2-1, meaning 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss. So that means for a total possible of 2, 4, 6, 7 points out of I'm gonna say they're gonna get 7 points out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points. So 7 points out of 12, which is not bad. Now, do I feel that I should give another game to them? Not right now, because I really think their home struggles. I don't want them to continue. I don't want their home struggles to continue. But based on the teams that are coming up, I think it's going to be a dogfight. Okay, I think it's going to be a dogfight, especially at home. They have been scoring, they just haven't been winning at home. That's why I cannot up the win number. So 3-2-1 I think is fair. The overtime game I think is gonna be with St. Louis on Saturday. I really think it's gonna be an overtimer. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but let's see what happens there. Okay? Now, let's go to December. Because December has a few games that we need to highlight. And let's break down December preview here too. So they have 13 games in December. Okay, with 6 at home, and 7 of them are away. I would like to highlight some of the notable games that I think you should pay attention to during our breakdowns. The notable games for December are as follows. December 3rd against the Colorado Avalanche. That is a Western Conference game that will be at home. December 16th at Seattle Kraken will be a division game on KCAL. Okay, that will be a KCAL game. That's one of the 6 KCAL games that we're gonna have this year. So for those of you who do not know, KCAL TV Channel 9 has an agreement to share 6 games with the fans who watch the KCAL news. That's our main news for KCAL for Los Angeles, and they're going to be partnering up for 6 games this season. One with this Saturday with the Blues, and next month when they take on the Seattle Kraken in Seattle for the one in December. There's going to be 3 more next year. 4 more next year actually, including even March. December 19th at San Jose Sharks is a divisional game. December 20 is a Seattle game, but this time at home, and this one is on TNT. That's the only national game that is on the national TV. TNT. Then on the 23rd of December, we have a divisional game against the Calgary Flames. And then at the time of this recording, we have a December 28th game against the Golden Knights in Las Vegas. And that is a divisional game with the division leaders as of this video. This can change at any time, but I really think at the end of the month, Vegas Golden Knights are going to be first place. No doubt. They have Mark Stone and all those good guys. And recently, I didn't know about this trade or thing could happen. But Jonathan Quick is a Ranger, is a New York Ranger. That was interesting to look at. And speaking of New York Rangers, we actually played them this month in December. Let's take a look at the longest homestand and the longest away games. The longest homestand for the Kings this coming month in December is from December 20 to the 27th, and they will be playing the Seattle Kraken, the Calgary Flames, and the San Jose Sharks. Those three games will be the longest homestand of the month. Then let's take a look at the longest road trip. The longest road trip for December is from December the 5th to December the 10th, and they play a plethora of very good teams. They played the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Canadiens, Montreal. We also have the double New Yorker, the double New York. We have to play the Islanders and the Rangers. Islanders first, then Rangers. Then the last game of the month is going to be versus the Edmonton Oilers on the 30th of December before we celebrate the New Year. And actually, before we continue to the next part, I will tell you the end of this month we'll have a 3-game homestand with Canadiens, Washington, and to start the December with Colorado. So that would be a 3-game homestand to end November and to start December. Then they go on the road. The next part of this breakdown, is going to be the predicted record for the month of December, and I have decided to go 8-4-1. They're going to have a winning record in December, and they're going to score at least 17 points out of 26. 17 out of 26. There's going to be a one overtime game. I really think there's going to be at least one overtime game. But they're going to lose that one overtime game. And I think that's going to be against the Vegas Golden Knights. They've been very good. The Knights have been amazing. I think Vegas has a very good team. They built it from they just ran away. They almost won the Stanley Cup their first season. That's how good they've been. I think they only have been one bad year, and that is nothing have to do with them. They've been good. Now, so that means projected record of the end of the year, including that game against Edmonton, is going to be 19-9-5. They're going to score 43 points at the end of the year. Will they be in first place though? That is to be announced. That is to be seen. Because I really think Vegas is first, Vancouver is second, and then the Kings are third. I really think Vegas is still going to be first place though. I don't think they're going to be touched. The only team that's closest to them is Vancouver. They're only behind by, I think, 4 or 5, 2 or 3 points. But you never know. This is NHL hockey we're talking about here. Okay? Now let's talk about the leaders of the Kings. Who are the current leaders in certain stats of the Kings as of November 15? Before we start the second half of the month with breakdowns. And once again, tomorrow I will be breaking down the game against the Florida Panthers. I will not break down the Lakers game tonight. I may or may not. I will think about it. to see if they are worthy of another breakdown. But the Kings, I will. Let's take a look. Points. Leading in points is Adrian Kempe with 16 as of November 15, and rightfully so. He's been scoring either goals or assists in the last few games, and he deserves it. Goals. Speaking of Adrian Kempe, he and Anze Kopitar are tied with 7. So Anze Kopitar and Adrian Kempe have been doing the heavy load for the Kings in terms of the scoring department. They both have 7 goals each, which contributes to their team goals of 56. The assist leader is the one who went missing apparently in the last game the um the the, the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Flyers. Kevin Fiala actually leads in assists with 12. Problem is this: he is also prone to giving other teams a shot to score. Yes, he's a very good passer, but at the same time, you cannot give away the puck every 35 seconds or so. You just cannot do that. I mean, it's going to happen, but you just cannot give it away. The puck, that is, in a spot of the ice where there's a dangerous opportunity to score. Because if you give it away in the slot or the middle, they are guaranteed to have a grade A opportunity. Guaranteed. Unless your defense is good. Okay? So that's why a lot of people are memeing the Finding Nemo thing yesterday, a few days ago on Twitter. They changed it into Finding Fiala, as in Kevin Fiala. He has 12 assists, but he also has a lot of giveaways. The leader in plus minus for the month of November, as of November 15, is Quinton Byfield, plus 9. So if you're new to hockey, there's a thing called plus minus. Same thing in basketball, there's the same thing plus minus. The plus minus for a player in hockey is if you are on the ice when your team scores, you get a plus 1. And if you are on the ice when the opponent scores, no matter what happens, you get a minus 1. So right now, Quinton Byfield is plus 9, meaning that's always a point added to his record. Okay? Team goals with Anze Kopitar and Adrian Kempe scoring 7 each, which is 14 if you add. The team has scored 56 goals this month as of November 15. Points, they have scored 148 points. They have taken a 466 shots. Okay? That's a lot of shots. Some of them are grade A opportunities, some of them are wild shots, and some of them are going into the net. Not everything is going into the net. Let's just call it that. But seeing 56 goals out of those 466 shots is not as bad as it looks. Obviously, in hockey, you're going to miss a lot, more than you make. So don't start dividing 56 by 466 and there's your grade. No, that's not how it works in hockey or in sports. You just have to take what you see. If you like your shot, go for it. Don't pass up the opportunity to shoot the puck at the net. You never know. A deflection can happen. A penalty can happen. You go on a power play. A double deflection can happen. Anything can happen, and your team scores. That's how hockey is. Hockey is a game of inches, and literal inches. You never know. If you shoot the puck, a deflection can go right into the net and score. That's how wild hockey is as a sport. One deflection can change the direction of the puck, and one puck direction change, it could go into the back of the net, and the goaltender has no idea how to defend that. Okay. So let's wrap it up with this. Do I think, as of today, November 15, 2023, think the Kings are going to end 2023 with a winning record? Yes. I really think they're going to have a winning record at the end of the year. 19-9-9 to be exact. 19-9-5, excuse me, to be exact. And look at the record, what I just said. 19-9-5. Combine the numbers. 1995. That's my birth year. And I'm only saying that just because when added together with the current record. Do I think they're gonna make the playoffs? And how do I think they're gonna do? Playoff wise, I really think if they can score a lot of points in December and they win a lot of games, then yes. Obviously, the season does not end in December. It ends in April. But if you take advantage of the games that you can win, and you take advantage of what the defense gives you, yes, I do think you can make the playoffs. The Kings could go make the playoffs. Do I think they will make the playoffs based on the current performance? Yes. However, there is a glaring issue. It's the home games. And as you saw, as I mentioned earlier, and most likely everybody's going to bark on it, mañana, tomorrow, when the Kings play again, it's going to be wild. I would say yes, they're going to make the playoffs. Do I think they're going to win the Stanley Cup? No. Not based on their home performance, unfortunately. If they can somehow turn around their home performance, then maybe I'm going to change my mind. But as of November 15, 2023, Yuki Productions, would say yes to playoffs, no to Stanley Cup. So our next Yuki Sports Talk will be tonight at around after the Laker game. We're gonna be breaking that down, and then tomorrow night when the Kings play the Florida Panthers, that's tomorrow. Then we're gonna go to Friday again with the Lakers breakdown, and then Saturday we're gonna be doing the Kings breakdown. So it's gonna be Kings, it's gonna be Lakers tonight, Kings tomorrow, Lakers, Kings. So that's the pattern for this week. Next week, I do want to give you a little hint on something. Next week, no more paper. As in, no more of this. Instead, we have computer. We have a brand new computer coming on Monday. But I'm going to save the breakdowns for the game against the... I'm not going to do the Arizona game because I'm just going to get the computer on Monday. So I'm going to test out everything. I'm going to do the Friday game on the computer now with Anaheim, so that you can see the new layout. Because I'm going to bring this to the computer. Okay, well, not this particular thing though, but a thing here, the breakdown. So we will see. That is the preview for the rest of November and December. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you are new to hockey, let me know. Shout outs to you guys. Hockey is one of those games that you just have to watch to learn. Watch to learn, and you have to learn to watch at the same time. Because hockey, just like soccer is a beautiful game. And hockey is one of the most exciting games you can watch on TV, especially if you go to the arena. I went to the Kings Arena one time. It was my birthday gift, and I got a Jonathan Quick T-shirt. They won the game. Guess what team that was against? Florida Panthers. Can we do it again? We'll see you tomorrow. So that's all for now. We will see you guys tonight for the Lakers breakdown. And then we'll see you guys soon. So as always, don't forget, go Kings go. And in tonight's case, let's go Lakers. We'll see you tonight.